Well, UFC 270 just ended, and gotta be honest, I'm still kind of in shock. I guess that's why it isn't over until it's over because I definitely thought it was over, and maybe Kamaru thought it was over. Because I towards the end of the fight, I'm thinking like this was in the bag. Kamaru was about to get another victory, another jewel on the belt, chasing after Anderson Silva's record. And then seconds later, Leon throws a jab and a head kick on the same side. Lands flesh. I mean, flesh. You know, those hits where they hit him and you just see like the sweat just bow, blasted right off the head. And he just fell. And I was just in disbelief. Like, I mean, I think it's because we've seen Kamaru in so many different wars, between him and Kobe Covington, and so you just imagine that his jaw is just like some Nate Diaz type shit, but he, he couldn't get up, couldn't get up. Uh, so we got a new champ, Leon Edwards. Maybe they'll do like some trilogy or something, you know. Maybe that's how they'll maybe I don't know set something up. And what do you think? Like 6 months, nine? I don't know how long it takes for you to recover from a knockout like that. I know they were promoting like the Three Kings thing with Israel Adesanya, Francis Ngannou, and Kumar Usman. To maybe they bring the rematch to Africa or something. They try to get all three of them on the all three of those fights on the card. But I mean, obviously, Israel has to get through his next fight. So against Pereira, which that's not going to be such a small task to do. But I don't know, maybe he gets past that, and in whatever time it takes Kamaru to recover from that, then they'll have a rematch. But I mean, what a great fight! I was pulling for Kamaru. That's my guy. So you always have to, as a fan, you have to like process it. Like as if you were somehow emotionally in the fight, or not emotionally in the fight, but like you were fighting yourself, getting your heart rate up and whatnot. But he lost. I really wonder he's thinking in the locker room, like after something like that, like you just know, like in his mind, he's like, I could have you know, just minutes from winning in a fight that he largely dominated. I mean, on the standing up, on the ground, the wrestling, the takedown defenses. It was a really really good fight. I mean, Leon did get that one takedown, which that's the first of his career. Um, so that also happened. But I don't know. Again, that's why you have to fight the entire time because something just like that may happen. Also, the co-main event. I thought that was a pretty good fight too. Um, Luke Rockhold and Paulo Costa. Um, I guess they say the altitude was maybe getting to the fighters. Definitely in the co-main event. That probably what led to Luke Rockhold's fatigue. I mean, I guess some Paulo Costa's fatigue too. But it was definitely affecting Luke Rockhold. Like he looked tired. I mean, tired. Um, he was putting his hands on his hip. Um, you know, just was just man was just out of it. But I mean, he did hang in there. No, he went all the way to the end of the fight. There were some times in there where I thought he was just gonna like just pass out, not from getting hit or kicked or submitted, but just from uh, just sheer tiredness or sheer fatigue. Um, but he hung in there. It was crazy. Definitely when he was up against the cage, and it might have been, I don't know, was that the third round where he just has his back up against the cage, and he's just dog tired, and just says "fuck you" to Paulo Costa. And I think it was he threw a left hook at Costa and landed. Uh, it was some good stuff. It was the type of stuff you'd watch in a movie where like the fighters just getting their ass kicked and tired, and just at the end, just throw that last punch and you know land or whatever. Maybe not even win the fight, but it's just just fighting back. But um, I guess if this is for Luke, I think he said he was going to retire. He was kind of done at 37. Um, but I know he said he was battling some demons and whatnot. So you know if this is it, I mean he's certainly he certainly went out. Um, you know, giving it everything he got. But let's see what else of the fight we had. And then the bantamweight fight. I'm not really I'm not really sure what I think of Jose Aldo at this point. Like he looks good. He looks good physically. You know, at the beginning of the fight, sometimes he moves pretty well. Maybe sometimes I think I see flashes of Jose Aldo, but maybe it is that he just gasses out at the end or something. But it like he never just sometimes to me quite looks like he's ready, like really ready to compete for a championship and to like make a championship run. Like he's like a sometimes like a maybe, like good fight here or there, but like maybe, but like sometimes there's just those fighters where it's like inevitable they're on this crash course uh, to a championship fight. Sort of like Hamzat Shemaev, like just watching his rise up to his shot. He just looks like he's just on this war path on the way to a title fight. Whereas with Aldo, he's like, I mean, he's still really good. So I mean, yeah, anything can happen, and he's really good. Maybe string together, some more fights or something. He, pretty close there to getting a shot. But it's like it's more. He's like a fighter that's in the mix. Like he's in the mix, but like you don't like you wouldn't like bet the house on him, but you'd be a little shocked if like you years from now or year and a half, however much longer he fights, he's the champion. I mean, like, it could happen, but I'm not really betting the house on it. So I'm not really for sure what to make of him and what the next paths for him in his fight in his career. Like, let's see. Like he's 35. I mean, it's not a bad age. I mean, I like he's. I mean, it's 35. You're gonna start to approach the end, but sometimes maybe it gets skewed because I maybe look at other fighters and even other sports and with modern medicine and training and diet and however take care of yourself. I just assume that you know some fighters will make it towards 38, 39 sometimes, and fighting with some real elite skill set still and be able to move around. So in my mind, it's like Aldo isn't old, like he still should have a lot left. And, maybe this was just a bump in the road, it's part of altitude or something, but sometimes he just does not get off the way that, like, I want him to. Like, I don't know. It's like, it's like, does he need to, like, like in some anime or something like that, or some movie where a friend or family member or something gets hurt, and then the character just like gets this inner strength, and just goes crazy. Sometimes I wish that would happen with Aldo. Like he would just let that shit fly, but he never kind of does. But I don't know, man. Pretty good fight, pretty good card. So let me know what you think below. Like and subscribe.